Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Bazak. Going to show you what I found in the Shia multilingual Quran website under Ayat Surah Namal, Ayat 20, that about Sheba being imported immediately. Right? So going to my notes. Sorry. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great time. This is about showing the truth, as Surah Araf, Ayat 181 says, and among those we created, is a group that guides with the truth and establishes justice accordingly. Whatever the Islamic way meaning is, I'm out of that, but what is the truth and how justice can be established, working on that. This is not about winning. This is not about being right. This is about making people aware that this religion, how many mistakes, what is in this religion, and how if something is false, one should see it. It's not the truth. So when it's not the truth, it can be, lies are harmful. It can be harmful. It can do a lot of damage, or it's just not the truth, right? Just not the truth. So whatever implications are of being false, a false religion, a false prophet, then we can see that also. And as we see in our society, most Muslims are good people, but this religion is not good. It's false, right? We need to face this truth. To face the truth, we need courage. When I was reading an article on Brooke Shields, she was in Princeton University, a student. She wrote that it takes courage to face the truth, right? And something like that, to that effect, long time ago. It was in 1980s. I read her article when she was in Princeton University. And truth really is very important for me too. I wonder if it is for you. So, and justice, to establish justice. And let's see what justice is. So I read Imam Ali's book on this. Where he defines justice. Justice being where things are put in their proper places, right order, things like that. That is also justice. One of his books, written by someone, the author, Cosme or someone my father had brought from London, in English translation, English, written in English. So I have a problem with also how my English and all this. So please bear with me. Right? Just going to change my glasses and see. Sometimes my eyesight goes weird. Okay, stronger glasses. So the problem, okay, so this, the truth is very important. Establishing justice is then very good accordingly to what the truth is. And this is the best guidance. And so I chose this. There are some good things in this religion, like they say, even, sorry to put it this way, but, even bad people, there's something good in them. Or it's a very rascals, they say, have something good, right? So chose a good ayat here from Surah Araf. Problem with Shia Hadith. Now, this is where I found where Prophet Muhammad was wrong about Queen Sheba in the Shia Hadith given by the Shia in a Hadith, given a Hadith. by the Shias, let's put it this way. So I'll be correcting myself as I'm not prepared for this. Sorry, you'll have to bear with this. And my performance being low right now, for some reason. Problem with Shia Hadith. I mean, given by the Shias. Even if it is a Hadith by Prophet Muhammad. Oh, so last time M16 came here and helped out. He didn't know that he was helping out, but he said, "What is specifically? What do you mean by this?" So from Surah Namal ayats, problems with some of the Surah Namal ayats about the words. So Muslim, what does it mean? And then went to what other word? Man. Oh, from Surah Rad, Imam Ali being that man with Solomon at that time. So going to Surah Rad ayat, the one who has knowledge of the book, trying to show the Shias that this is not Imam Ali. So doing it technically, like with the words and all, right? Trying to show the Shias from the ayats, words and all. And then coming here, right, about this. Thanks to M16 for questioning me in my previous live stream in the end. And I was like, you could be a genius when you inquire deeply into matters and inquiry, asking questions. So there's this genius in you that you don't realize in every one of us, in every one of you. So it brought me to Surah Namal ayat 42, that when she arrived, so also that I was like, yeah, when she arrived, it's like I got so overexcited about it. But then the Shias have given me a hard work, because the Hadith says that she was imported, not the Quran ayats. The Quran ayats say that she was imported like immediately with the throne. The Quran ayats say that only the throne, this someone had told Suleiman that I can bring in the twinkling of an eye or a blink of an eye, right? It was only about the throne. The Quran ayats mention. But the Hadith here says, in the commentary under, it has, the commentary is given under 20 ayat of Surah Namal. So this is the ayat. The ayat is not important, and he reviewed the birds and all this, but the commentary is given here for the rest of the ayats following this ayat in Surah Namal. Now, what is important here is that yet when a man who had knowledge of the book, they say it was a man he was a man who had knowledge of the book, said that he would bring them to him within the twinkling of an eye. Suleiman gave him permission. Soon the queen with her throne was before him. So this will be repeated again, where the ayat of the hadith of Prophet Muhammad is mentioned. See commentary of Rad 43. To know about him who had the knowledge of the book, it is reported by Abu Ishaq Thalabi that Abdullah bin Salam asked the Holy Prophet to give the name of the man who had knowledge of the book, and brought the queen of Sheba with her throne. Brought the queen of Sheba, meaning imported immediately as the throne, like the throne, in the twinkling of an eye or a blink of an eye. Even Queen Sheba came, right? But I found out that this is not in the Bible either, through the tafsir, a Sunni tafsir or non-Shia tafsir. So this is what I'm refuting here and showing you that this was not the case. The Shia hadith, the Shias quoting this hadith, it is wrong. And then the Shias will say, yes, well, if it's wrong, and the Holy Prophet said it was Ali, okay. So now it's wrong, then we have this problem solving. That if a hadith, even like in multilingual Quran, it was given that the Holy Prophet said under some ayat, I can't find that. And before coming here, before the previous live stream, I was trying to look for that. And wherever I looked, I had opened the tabs on multilingual Quran, I couldn't find it. And I knew this would be important. I don't know why I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. But see, now it is important for that, about this. I didn't know at that time, but I wanted to find that where the Holy Prophet, we're told in the commentary section in multilingual Quran, says something to what Imam Jafar Sadiq has said here. And so Imam Jafar Sadiq, okay, I'll read this whole thing, right? Hope I'm clear about this. Now, it will get clearer as we go on. So, from Sayyid Akhtar, Shia attitude, Quran, its protection, alteration, a book or article from al-islam.org. I took a part of this, right? Shia attitude by Sayyid Akhtar Rizvi. This is the Shia method of resolving the problem of the Ahadith on Tahrif. Yes, I don't know the meaning of Tahrif. Even though I was a Shia, I was not into this religious thing, right? So I don't know these words. If someone asks me what's Tahrif, and then say you're not a Shia, this is what some Muslims have used against me. But I'm not a religious scholar, by far. Anyone studying it with unbiased mind and heart would readily accept it as the only correct solution for such a hadith because it is based on the method formulated by the Prophet, which I found in the multilingual Quran, and expressed by Imam Jafar Sadiq. And then later on I couldn't find it. And expressed by Imam Jafar Sadiq as follows, ... And so, whatever conforms to the book of Allah, take it, and whatever is contrary to the book of Allah, leave it. So even if it is Prophet Muhammad's hadith, like Prophet Muhammad says, if it's contrary to the book of Allah, leave it. Right? So this issue, I need to solve here. That if the Shia say, well, Rasulullah says, and so this hadith is zaif. It's false. If it goes against, it's false completely. Not even zaif. It's false. If it's contrary to the book of Allah, then leave it. So, but the Shias we find have quoted this hadith, and some of the Shias would even believe in this. They have no objection to this hadith they've quoted in Surah Namal, ayat under ayat 20. You see the problems here that we need to fix also. And the non-religious scholars like me, ex-Muslims, are trying to fix and show you. So at least if you say, and then there's this article, where's it? It's a big article. It says that, well, religious scholars are not perfect, right? The Shia attitude. Let me just read the beginning also. You see, this is the problem with these religions. I'm not blaming the Shia religious scholars, but we have so many problems. God has guarded his religion, his book, everything, but still so many problems. Now we should see by Sayyid Akhtar Rizvi, with due respect, okay? Now we should see how the Shias have solved the problem of such a hadith. The Shias do not believe in the immunity of any writer, commentator, or narrator, like Aqa Mehdi Puya and Ali M.A. Ali, right? From mistakes. And therefore, they do not take any collection of hadith to be completely valid and correct. The only book which is completely immune from any mistake, is the Quran. So that's why I, I, should, I, I refrain from taking hadiths. So the problem is that, yeah, so we cannot blame, like these things happen, these mistakes, and our commentators even can put a hadith which is against the Quran first. But you know what it does? Misleading. So I was trying to prove through the words, it's a very difficult term, terminology of the word in the Quran, man, and all this, trying to prove that the Shias, when they say how to translate this ayat, for example, like for the wuzu, Sunni and Shias have different. They translate, or the meaning of the wuzu ayat, ablution ayat, they translate it differently, both of them. Conflict, unresolved. Some say, Shia say that the feet should be rubbed with water. Sunnis say the feet should be washed with water. This is so the translation in that Quran ayat. So this is how I've been trying to even show the Shias that you are wrong in your translations of the Quran ayats, in some places where I found them wrong, and trying to prove that and show that through Quran ayats, the words and phrases and all this, through other Quran ayats, comparing them. So in Surah Rad, ayat 43, anyone or everyone who has knowledge of the book can be a witness to the truth, not the one who has knowledge of the book or he who has knowledge of the book, like the Shia say. This part of the verse in Surah Rad should be translated as, taken as, not everyone or anyone. It's just Imam Ali here, just Imam Ali, because otherwise there will be problems, and even then there are problems, mistakes, because they're not immune to mistakes. Our writers, we know this, and they say it. So many problems. So anyways, the Queen of Sheba was not imported immediately by this man, whoever the Shia says Imam Ali at the time of Solomon. He was everywhere. Imam Ali was, it is stated in Minaj al-Sadiqeen and Umdat al-Bayan that then the Holy Prophet said to Ali, "O Ali, you helped all the prophets of Allah incognito, concealed from view, and you help me in propria persona, in person, manifestly." See this. Now the problem is making Shias understand the Arabic phrase. Now I have more work to do. I thought we had solved it in the previous live stream, but Shias have given me more work because, because of this hadith. Now I have to, that even, that first it was Imam Ali, it was not Imam Ali, I was showing it, Shias taking another way, and now I'm taking the way of showing the Shias that this hadith is also wrong. It's against Quran ayat. So taking the hard way, Surah 27, again, Surah Namal ayat 42. Now the problem is making Shias understand the Arabic phrase in this ayat. Falamma ja'at. The T is used for the female. So because Queen Sheba is the female, she arrived. So, fa means so. Lama, she came. Ja'at, or so when she came. Lama is when she came. Yeah? Sorry. So when she came, it was said unto her, "Is thy throne like this?" So they must be thinking that, okay, the hadith, whether the hadith is right, or if the hadith is wrong, then there are wrong hadiths. We can't rule that out. Interpolations in Shia hadiths also. Hadith. So when she came, right, Falama. So now, Shias. First of all, it wasn't Imam Ali. It could be anyone who has knowledge of the book. That that word is very important. Surah Rad, ayat 43, that I tried to show in that notes of mine, through the notes, writing it down and all this. Now we have a little problem here. So falama ja'at means when she came. So you say, oh, she was in the palace, but then they invited her. She was imported immediately. And then she was in the palace of Solomon. And then when she came, where? To where her throne was? No. It's so when she came, it was said unto her, is thy throne like this? Yeah, maybe you'll say like that. You see so many problems. So so when she came, it was said unto her. Probably Shias think she was brought, if they believe in that hadith, that she was also imported. So she was brought, immediately imported. So she was brought to the throne, but she was in the palace. Okay, so this problem I had unresolved. Then what I did was go to Surah, tried to show you that no, she came. I'm trying. 27:13, Surah 27 and 13, same surah. So when our signs came to them as eye openers, they said this is a clear magic. We have falama ja'at. So for the signs, it's a female way, like in Urdu and French language. So Surah Yunus ayat 80. So when the magicians came on an appointed day. So here, but if she was imported, then the ayat would have said, the ayat only says that the throne would be brought, not Queen Sheba, but there's a hadith that says that Queen Sheba was brought with a throne within the twinkling of an eye, right? You see this in the Shia commentary. So I tried my best to show the Shias, not that I want to be right, just the truth. He said, O chiefs, which of you will bring me her throne before they come unto me, surrendering? Why have I put this qala? Yeah. He said, O chiefs, which, see, 27:38 says, bring me her throne only, not her, not her. Nowhere in Surah Namal. So I got a little shaken, like I was like, where else does it say that she was brought immediately? Maybe in the Quran ayats, I don't know, I'm not a hafiz. So that also I thought about, and I was like so scared. Then something happened. Thank God for the help. Tafsir I found. So as I was searching for this falama, ja'a or ja'at, look, what the Sunni tafsir say, Marif al-Quran, commentary, Bilqis's appearance in the court of Suleiman. Qurtubi has reported, giving reference of historical record, that Bilqis's envoys returned from the court of Suleiman and totally dumbfounded and awestruck. Totally dumbfounded and awestruck, and conveyed this declaration of war to the queen. Now, this declaration of war to, remember, Bilqis said, oh, he's such a nice person, ruler. He doesn't, say that when kings come, they spoil and plunder and loot. But later on, this is what was supposed to happen. The Quran ayat, it means this. Conveyed his declaration of war to the queen. Then Bilqis said to her people that she was already of the view that he was no ordinary king, but was on some special assignment from God, and that fighting with his messengers is like fighting with God, for which they did not. It's like fighting with God. Yeah, no difference. For which they, so for the polytheists, something else. For these messengers, something else. I think they've created this religion very weird messengers, I must say, for which they did not have the strength. After making this, did not have the strength. After making this statement, she started getting, they didn't have the strength to fight. This messenger is fighting with God. Fighting is like fighting with God. Fighting against this messenger is like fighting against God. After making the statement, she started getting ready to go to Sayyidina. She started getting ready to go to Sayyidina Suleiman. She took with her 12,000 chiefs. Now this is in detail. Where did they get these details from? The majesty. And remember that if you've seen the movie on Queen Sheba and Solomon, I've seen, she goes, she's now going from her city to Solomon in the, with her caravans and horses and all that, to speak before him on the days of. So where did they get this from? I was wondering all this. So Tabar, God knows who, right? So the words Muslimin is the plural of Muslim, the literal meaning of which is obedient or submissive. In conventional expression, Muslim is equivalent of believer. According to Sayyidina Ibn Abbas, Muslim is used in literal meaning, that is obedient. Bilqis had converted to Islam. She actually converted after talking to, as evident, where is it? Learned author to perform, that this whole story is taken from where? Throne was, I don't want to read the whole thing. Him to submit after having been impressed. Turned to his courtiers. One day he saw a cloud of dust at some distance. Majesty. I think it's taken, it says that this whole thing is taken from how the throne of Bilqis was brought in an instant. But not Bilqis. Take care of my people with my throne and do not let anyone approach it. Then she told her deputy. So it says that they brought it from the books of the Bible, right? Abbas said was Asif, scribe of Suleiman. Can't find it now, this is the problem. Sorry, excuse me, bear with me. Sahih Muslim. If you disbelieve mankind, can't find it. It will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye, meaning lift your gaze. Okay. He said, O owner of majesty. It doesn't say in the Jewish books that Bilqis was brought. Yazid bin Ruman, when the messenger Muhammad ibn Ishaq reported, returned with word of what by Allah, I knew he was more than a king. So she sent word to him saying, I am coming to you with the leaders of my people to see what you will instruct us to do and what you are calling us to of your religion. Then she issued commands that her throne, which was made of gold and inlaid with rubies, chrysolite, and pearls, should be placed in the innermost of 7 rooms. So she said, I'm coming to you. Take care. All the story, where do they find this? Not through Prophet Muhammad, but, oh God, this is the problem. Tazkir al-Quran, Marif al-Quran, which one did I read? I think I read this one. To speak before him, one day he saw a cloud next to you. He said, O chieftains, and then Sayyidina Suleiman, from Allah Ta'ala, he fancied to have Bilqis' throne brought to his court even before her arrival. So he commanded the genie, who was also present in his court, to bring her throne. Selection of throne was presumably made on the basis that it was the most secured object of her treasure, which was kept in the impregnable innermost hall of the 7 castles, one after another, actually bestowed by, just skipping some here, him to perform superhuman things. Ibn Jarir, the learned author, has already mentioned that no authentic record is available on the details of the story. However, there are some details, I found it. However, there are some details found in the Israelite traditions, some of which are reproduced here. Israelite traditions. not the Bible, Israelite traditions, some of which are reproduced here. This huge number of the army of Bilqis is also taken from those traditions, Israelite traditions. Otherwise, the number given is highly exaggerated on the face of it. And Allama Alusi has opined that the tradition giving such a huge number of the army seems to be a lie. So we're not concerned about the number of the army or anything. Before coming submissively, Surah 27, Ayah 38, the word Muslimin is the plural of Muslim, the literal meaning of which is obedient or submissive. In conventional expression, Muslim is equivalent of believer. So this is not required, just this. So it comes from Israelite traditions. Maybe it's in the Bible. If this is what it means, Israelite tradition. Okay, so we need to rely on the Bible, Israelite traditions for the full account, and that Queen Sheba was not immediately imported, a mistake which should be rectified, because here very important point Shias give us told by Prophet Muhammad, right? Reported that it was Ali, the man with him, the man who brought it, the man at the time of Solomon. So all this is wrong. You can't take it. You can't trust in the hadiths fully. You have to also compare it, and then you have to go to the Israelite traditions and all that, right? And you just cannot. These are the problems we're having. So empty yourself. Thanks, Moji Baba. This is what I like. I didn't tell myself to empty myself, but when I was like fed up of this, like the mind, where's the truth? What is the truth? All this reading and all this. Like, I don't know my life, what has happened to me, and first study someone else's life and history, and from history take examples, like the Quran says. Someone is here, so let me put my glasses on. Welcome, Rawal Nunez dash topic. Queen Sheba was from Ethiopia. Oh, yes, I see. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for this information, which I have forgotten. She was African. Oh, Ethiopia, not Egyptian. Sometimes my mind may go to Egypt. I don't know why. So thank you for the clarification and proper information. Now you see this. So very important, like how shall I say it? I'm not articulate. Like it's about Imam Ali being there. And the hadith is saying that even Queen Sheba was imported. Thank you for letting me know where exactly Queen Sheba was from. Which country, which city, which continent? Ethiopia. Oh. See how bad I am. So now, you can't even take this hadith to, if this is the only hadith in which Prophet Muhammad said it was Ali at that time helping the prophets. Like, this is what I was wondering. Suleiman given so much knowledge, a man or someone over there is saying that someone who had knowledge of the scripture, let me not miss the words, said, I can bring it in the twinkling of an eye. Right? All these problems. So I was wondering, how could this someone be more knowledgeable than Suleiman? Like I wonder about Hazrat Musa and Hazrat Khizr in Surah Kaf, right? So even a prophet needs someone who has more knowledge. In the case of Moses, searching for some truth, Surah Kaf, so he finds Hazrat Khizr. So there's somebody who is above Prophet Moses. the Prophet Moses, right? Now Shias, if you say this is the only hadith in where Prophet Muhammad said that Imam Ali, it was Imam Ali, then this part of the hadith is wrong. That Queen Sheba was brought with her throne within the twinkling of an eye. You can't take it. So at least this way I can tell you. If this is the only hadith where Prophet Muhammad has said, reported, saying. So at least this much I tried to show you that all this is wrong. This is not the way. It will, you know how long it will first of all take you to study the Quran. And Imam Hussein. But Imam Hussein was the grandson where angels used to come at their threshold. There were servants. Imam Hussein knew, but the point is that Imam Hussein knew the Quran. It came on his Nana's maternal grandfather's heart. How long will it take you to study even the Quran and get it right? And then we have all these problems, hadiths, and you go and they haven't even since 1400. Since when Aka Medipuya Ali commentary? Huh? When was this? When was this hadith found? I mean, it comes from Prophet Muhammad, but as they allegedly say, from Ibn Ishaq, reported by Abu Ishaq, not Ibn Ishaq, by Abu Ishaq Talabi, that Abdullah bin you see so many problems. And you will spend your entire life and no one has even corrected this. And it's saying that we are Muslims, we are believers, jumping to, being believers. Take it step by step and see how many problems in the Quran only. Now we come to a hadith. So this hadith helped in telling me, now this is the only hadith given here by the Shias, I don't know other hadiths about this matter, that Queen of Sheba came with the twinkling of the throne, of the eye with the throne, and Holy Prophet said the man who brought it was Ali at that time, unknown. He was helping, right? So what is the conclusion to this is that please take the easy way. First see who are you? Don't go reading books, holy scriptures. This is what I found out for myself. So I'm sharing that for you also to help you. And method given, how to discipline oneself and control the nafs yourself. Oh, even Bilqis says, I have wronged my nafs. So we have this, right? We have, I've wronged my nafs. God, please forgive me. Dua-e-Yamani. Dua-e-Yamani. I've wronged my, it's such a long dua. But let me just read. Here, we have a lot of help. Definitely Dawoodi. Also, Dawoodis use this. Dua Yamani, dua for removing troubles. You would say we have so many duas. Yes, we have lots of dua. Oh, where's the English translation? I have wronged my soul. I've wronged myself. English translation. Oh my Lord, all troubles and confusions have occupied me. I can't find the English. Still I'm back on this. Oh, here it is. So, no, this is transliteration and then, oh, here it is, here it is. Let me show you. We have so much help, Shias. We have so much, I know. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Oh Allah, you are the Master of the universe. There's no God except you, and I'm your believer. I've oppressed myself. I I confess my sins, so forgive my sins. He is alone. He alone. He's alone. And as now, are you lonely tonight? Elvis Presley. I used to close my eyes and say, "Oh God." Of course, he's not lonely or anything, but still, child, like I couldn't think. Well, like, what is God? And so they say, don't go after the essence of God. Our Imam said this, otherwise it'll make you crazy. But just so they take over. They take over. I contemplated on this. Just words are not coming to me to explain to you. Right? Oh. And then hadiths, and those people are religious scholars, who have worked hard. And then we have to correct, where is it? Shia attitude. Law. And so even they, you see, because the Shias do not believe in the immunity of any writer from mistakes, omissions, and what hard work they've done collecting hadiths and giving it to us. Ooh. So there are 4 early collections of Shia. Goes on. Kafi Kulaini by Manla Yadur. I can never pronounce this in Arabic right now because I can't even pronounce English words. My mother, not being my mother tongue, but even my mother tongue, I cannot. I'm not good at languages somehow. Tragedy in my life. So Tusi by, and although these books are held in great esteem, the Shias have never called them Siha, like the Sunnis, Sita, Sahih. Consequently, they are not fettered by any hadith. There are so many problems, you see. So make it easy, as Sayyid for Sayyids, and just drop this religion. No work, no hard work, and just see what is the truth here. What is that which, is there something here which is, right? No books, nothing. You don't have to go through all this hard word. Trial and error. Man is made of what? You see? Difficulty Surah Bala. So helping you to, like I would tell myself, I swear by the city, and you, O Muhammad, are free of restriction. Allah, the poor Quraysh, I think, gave him freedom. But this is everyone, perhaps. And by the Father, Prophet Muhammad says, don't. Allah is swearing by the father and mother, parents. And we have certainly created man into hardship. So as long as you are a man, and what they say, then we used to say about the atheists, but I really liked Bertrand Russell, and judging is not my cup of tea against atheists. I would also say things for them. If someone criticized them, like someone was doing in some live stream I saw, I'm not going to name. So they were saying against atheists, and this issue must be addressed. So they were saying the truth, they don't know, and this, and I said, what is the truth? And according to you, it may be the truth, that Allah, there's one God, and you'll explain it perhaps philosophically and all this. But spiritually, how will you show us the truth? So, and all this. So we have certainly created man into hardship. Right? So it's going to be very hard. All this religious way too. You see the interpolations have come in, even Tejani, this thing, it in his book, accepted that there are interpolations when he became a Shia. And so, by research and this, and rule this out and rule that out, while you think, Ali, 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 Ali. If Irfan Haider Abadi later, okay. If someone like Shia, oh, Ali was there with Solomon, Ali was there with Isa al-Masih, Ali was there with Moses as Khizr, Ali was there with other prophets, would take this hadith to be true. Because here it doesn't say that we may be wrong, right? The Shias don't say. Yet when a man who had knowledge of the book said that he would bring them to him within the twinkling of an eye, Suleiman gave him permission. Soon the queen with her throne was before him. Seeing commentary of Surah Rod, and now another, Ye Quran Pak hai walwala. Who do we need for this? Ali is with the truth and truth is with Ali. So even Imam Ali cannot rectify his religious scholars. What are we left with? Confusions, things not precise, not accurate. Right? So with the hadiths, we have these problems. So you can't say Ali. No. Most of the things like implied intercession. Ali is hidden in the Quran, but it is Ali ibn Abu Talib. Now, which hadith are you going to take and rely on? Prophet Muhammad's. The one which, what if there are hadiths like you can't tell because they've been so clever in hiding? Or it could go even with the Quran ayat. Like at least, let's say if this hadith didn't have that the queen of Sheba was imported immediately with her throne, in the twinkling, immediately. Don't let me do a cliche repeating myself. The Holy Prophet said it was Ali, right? What if this hadith didn't have that the queen of Sheba, and it just the man with Solomon who had knowledge of the book? Ali, 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 Ali. You would have taken this as a true hadith. And yet, even, you see, correcting this, there are many Shias who take it as a true hadith. Even the religious scholars take it as a true hadith. Even Puya Ali commentary, Aka Mehdi Puya and Ali M.A. Ali couldn't rectify this. So you see, likewise with it gets worse with the hadiths also, and the explanations, Surah Tahrim, Shia explanations, tafsirs. Now, very, very easy. So this is where I come in, expose them with the broken English and not able to explain properly, but struggling, trying my best. See, then you would have taken it as a true hadith. And even then I'm repeating myself. So, now, that's why, thank God someone helped me to start with the Quran ayahs. Very important. When I saw in my life experience that Quran only, like my ex-friend Muslima. So I said, let's get the main source first. Now you Shias, the Shias also have problems here. You don't see it. Now you see another problem. What I was reading Jiddu Krishnamurti, that's why he resonated with me, because I saw the problems in my religion I couldn't voice or couldn't share. At that time there were no internets, or I was not like so maddened that I would come here publicly share. But now I thought it's for my case and all this, I started social media and now this. So I found So look, a negative, where is it? Religions dull the mind. Jittu Krishnamurti, now please don't get uh, don't misunderstand Jittu Krishnamurti. What is a truly religious mind? I wouldn't even say a religious mind. Is a sane, healthy. But what does the mind? Jittu Krishnamurti. Thank you, jkrishnamurti.org. It's got very strict copyrights rules. So I'm not going to go inside the website, but just outside. Whether I'm cheating, Google search. But it seems to me that a mind seeking security becomes a dull mind, a mediocre mind. And such a mind is incapable of solving its own problems. So you see, we go to the Quran, we go to our religious scholars for this, for that. We go to the hadiths of our imams also. We have 12 imams, Shias. I'm just speaking, being in my past as a Shia. Yes. But even then I saw that it's meaningless. You see, it's seeking security because it's told you hell is there and it's burning, burning, burning. And then the heaven. And Imam Ali has said, I don't worship God because of hell, because of the fear of hell and the greedy, thing of greediness of heaven. Why do I worship? So then why does the Quran give it that way? First, you need to know, like Imam Ali maybe, why, like, who is God, right? So that you can worship Him, be devoted to Him. It should be in your being, entire being. That God that deserves to, is worthy of our worship. Not because of the fear of hell. And this is exactly what the Quran ayats have done. So Imam Ali has contradicted himself when he tells a Jew or someone that, oh, I worship God because, or someone, maybe a Jew, I don't know who he says that to, and then he goes saying that in Najul Balagha maybe, just like that, a letter or a sermon or God knows to whom, or a saying of his. So the best thing is to know who is worthy of our worship. Instead of these, then it really dulls the mind and makes you fearful. Another thing I found while searching is what do religions, what do they do to you? Religions. So I found here, and I took it from, I can't find it. There was a latest variables. Put simply, here. Just reading this from PubMed Central. Copyright so very strong, huh? Rules, strict rules. But simply, religious individuals are less likely to engage in logical processes. Engage logical processes and be less efficient at detecting reasoning conflicts. Therefore, they are more likely to take intuitive answers at face value, and this impairs performance on intelligence tests. More broadly, from the perspective of this dual process hypothesis, religious cognition is facilitated and hallmarked by intuitive decision making. Norenzayan and Gervais, or okay, to 2013, Morgan 2014. 14 of Avida 2015. However, as a cognitive behavioral bias rather than reduced cognitive capacity. Okay, so you can use insights and have also intuitive. I don't know if this would end up in for religion or against religious minds. In conclusion, the negative, what is this? By National Library of Medicine website. No copyrights infringement intended. Sorry, thank you. Right? So what happens here? What happens? So what happens here is that you're unable to take the mind's logic, right? At least in the earlier stages, I guess. But the Quran ayat itself says that those who do not use their intellect are the worst of creatures, the worse than livestock, something to that effect. And they don't have hearts, they don't have, and also, if you don't use your reason, God would put abomination on your intellect. So somewhere it didn't reconcile with insights, revelations, and the mind, intellect for me. So trying to point that out also. How to show you and someone to show you like when to use reason for the Quran and when to see that and trust in your intuition and your insights, intuitive insights. Right, that also. It wasn't reconciling. So maybe I thought if I became more faithful to my religion, started to pray a lot, इतनी इबादत कर अपने रब की, अल्लाह मरशिद रब, इतनी इबादत कर अपने रब की, कि पर्दे, like he says, something like to that effect. Well, like shahud and what is that? Zahir, and that what is hidden, unknown becomes in the spiritual realms. Now, so I started to make an intention that I'm going to be a true Shia Muslim into ibadat, praying to the Lord, devoted to Him, that I could see. What I could see was that then later on I found the Zahir by, I think it's by Paulo Coelho. Very ironic. Paulo, that I have to, I'm just giving you Paulo Coelho. The Zahir. No copyrights infringement intended. So that it becomes apparent to you what is hidden from the eyes, what is even hidden from the mind, intellect. The Zahir is I was in Karachi, right? Novel is a 2005 novel by the Brazilian writer Paulo Coelho. As in an earlier book, The Alchemist, the Zahir is about a pilgrimage again. You see, it's about a pilgrimage. The book touches on themes of love, loss, and obsession. The Zahir. But what is the meaning of this Zahir? Huh? And what is the meaning of Batin? No, Zahir is the apparent meaning of Zahir. Let me show you. So very good book written by Paulo Coelho, and the title really got to me because it's an Arabic word, manifest, bright, right? As Zahir. Wikipedia, thank you. And what was this website? Baby name meaning Zahir, the thump.com. Thank you. Sorry, sometimes I forget, no copyright infringement intended. Wikipedia on as Zahir, one of the names of God in Islam, meaning evident, manifest, or outer. Outer, which is the, oh, Zahir Islam. In Islam, the exterior, surface, or apparent meaning things of things. You see? We could come into pantheism because this Zahir is a name of Allah, attribute. One of the names of God means it's an attribute of God. So he becomes manifest to you. Wherever you turn is the face of Allah. And we are what we submit to the we submit our faces to Allah, right? It says in one of the in the ayahs in the Quran, we submit our faces to Allah. So what do you see here? Zahir. So there were many contradictions in my Islam, in my religion, previous religion. One of the names of God in Islam meaning evident or outer. Now this is also very important. The material realm, what your eyes can see, what your ears can hear, what your hand or what you can feel, touch, the five senses, and then the sixth sense would come in. So no one has taught us these things like properly. And you see, Paulo Coelho's book is on this. That's why I mentioned it. That's an attribute of God. So if the atheists take that only, Zahir, and the pantheists, glory be to God, sun, the moon, you look at the creation of God, Zahir, God is the Zahir. What does it be? So it's not only its creation, but he's in the creation, right? A Zahir. My goodness. That's what they've wanted you to stay away from. And criticizing. You see, whenever in the Quran they criticizes the polytheists, I've caught him. Somehow God has helped me. Someone has helped me. You see? So anything else? Oh yeah, I have to go now for a little rest. I'm quite tired for now. Thank you, Rawal, Nunez, Dash Topic for being here. God bless you, your family members, your country, and your friends, your loved ones, much always. And have a beautiful, wonderful day, increasing in beauty and wonder. Be the master of your own life destiny. I leave you with the manifest that may not have been the creator, but he manifested himself, not in not creating things. Maybe that Zahir. Let's see what Zahir would mean. That's interesting, right? So I leave you with that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all who have helped me here. Social media, YouTube, websites, Google search. My goodness, what have you done? This technological advancement you've given us. It's brilliant, brilliant. I love it. Okay, thank you. I can't thank you people enough, all those supporting and making this available for us.